Well, good morning, students. Good morning. Last night we made this absolute wonderful piece of music. Today is a brand new day. Today is an opportunity to make a new piece of music. Alright. Welcome to part 3, the Simplification. Let's recap. It is Tuesday, the 12th of November. We are in week, I believe, 11 or 12 of our semester. And we are working on song number 4, our final. Now, I realized that last night, the part 1 and 2 were quite complicated. So, if you want the TLDR, I'm going to make it simple for everybody. Let's just start off with 120 BPM, 4/4 time, and let's just do C major. C major. What is C major? For those of you who are not musically inclined, C major is simply all the white keys on the piano. Let me find myself a piano. I'm going to type up here, piano. Oh. I got a lot of fun, cool pianos here. I've never used this before, so let me just throw this on here. This looks incredibly fun and wacky. Mechanics? Well now. I think I'll put all the hammer noise in there. Attack. Alright. As I said, C major is all the white keys on the piano. Now, I've been playing in A major for a while. It is the same as C major, except for where you start. So, let's just do a quick little scaling from Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Okay, that is C major. C, D, E, F, G, A. So if I started from A, that would be A minor, natural minor. See how it's giving a little bit of a darker tone? Whereas... Alright, so those are the easiest keys in the world to play C major, A natural minor. It really all depends on where you start. So, we have a piano. A highly reverb piano. You know what? Why is the reverb all the way up on here? I don't like that. That can just go. I just need a piano that just sounds okay. Fantastic. There's a lot of resonance and echo, but that's okay. So, we want to make a standard pop song, do we not? That is C major. All we gotta do is move up to F, make a chord, 4 chord, 5 chord, 6 chord. We don't do 7th chords. 7 chords are not standard in pop music. So, it's very custom to just do 1, 5, 4, 1, 6, 5, 4, or 1, 4, 5, 6, 1. Since the 1970s, pretty much every pop song that has charted the Billboard 100 has used some combination of just 4 chords. So why don't we do that? Normally I'd start off with drums. I don't think we need drums. You know why? Because we're gonna do just four to the floor. We're making pop music. We don't have time to think. There's no need for innovation. We just gotta throw these chords down. One chord. One. Alright. 1, 6, 4, 5. Let's just make it simple. Alright, cool. We got 1, 6, 4, 5. I realize my timing is completely off. I don't know why I sustained that first note. Perhaps that could be an intro. So I'll just do control drag. I'll just call this the intro. Intro. Introp? No. This is not the interp. It is the introduction. Very well. Alright. We'll color it something different. Like lemon yellow, I guess. Fantastic. The introduction is now yellow. And then, since it's the introduction, we'll just have it be, I don't know, 4 bars, I guess. Let's do some editing, shall we? We can get rid of this note. We are making the most simple paint by numbers pop song of all time. No thought required. We're all gonna go yeah yeah, la la, na na, doo doo doo, hey hey, girl I love you. We're gonna be together forever. All that fun stuff that is in every single pop song of the time. Every single pop song ever. You'll find that love and betrayal, much like soap operas, are some of the most prevalent themes in pop music. And if not love, then boasting about ingesting illicit substances. Why is this? I don't know. It's been going on since the 1950s and 60s. I guess it's one of those not broke, don't fix it type situations. That is strange. Oh, what is going on here? It appears that my one chord is not conforming to the grid. Alright, so here's our dilemma here. Every time I try to do this, this goes missing. All you gotta do is pull it back. And if that doesn't work, you can unsnap from the grid, reel it back in, re-snap from the grid, and then pull it back. Okay, cool. Alright, so we have the most run-of-the-mill chord progression of all time. Ever. The same chord progression that every single hit song ever from the that's a gross simplification, but it's pretty much almost every single hit pop song since the 1970s has used this chord progression, which is 1, 6, 4, 5. There we go. Alright. I'm not even sure if we need to change up any of that. We could just do, actually, you know what we could do? Let's do something else for the chorus. So we got, check this out. We've got our introduction, and this is either our hook, don't bore us, get to the chorus, or our verse. What will be determined. I feel so inspired. I feel like any moment Ed Sheeran's gonna come out to Wembley Stadium and everyone's gonna pull out their lighters and start cheering. He's gonna say, "I'm in love with the shape of you," and everybody's instantly just gonna go nuts. Alright. Now, because this, I hope that conforms to the grid. There we go, cool. Alright, so, naturalistically, a piano will not conform, the chord decays, so I just had to copy paste it. That's a good way to do it. This is kind of like a Pharrell type of beat introduction. Interestingly enough, if I duplicated this would be the 12-bar blues. So, blues, rock and roll, pop, they are all not entirely dissimilar. They all stem from the same rootage. Alright, so let's think of some wacky, unorthodox ways to change this up. We already have the most popular chord progression ever. I say I go with a very unorthodox method. Let's kind of throw people off. You know what I don't hear a lot in pop music? The 3 chord. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to do 4 or 5 for the verse. Hollow chords, just kind of plodding along. This, don't bore us, get to the chorus. This is the main event. This is what people came for. This is the part where Taylor Roan talks about California girls wanting to party and we're never going to get back together. So, obviously this has to be the hook. So, because it's pop music, we're just going to have 4s and 5s for our verses. But for our bridge, we're going to do a little bit unorthodox. We're kind of going to throw you off a little bit. But, at the same time, we're still going to remain in C major 4/4 time generic pop land. So what we're going to do, we're going to introduce some chromaticism. 2, 3, where's that 7? We got J. Yeah, that's a little off-putting, isn't it? Our bridge does not have to be long. It could be as short as we want. Okay. What did we do here? Well, we did a 2, 3, 7, 6, 7. It kind of throws you out of the moment. But at least it's something different. At least I sprinkled in some semblance of something different. Which can't be said for other people. Texas Hold'em, this is not. What do we got here? We got a straggler here. You don't belong here. You gotta go. Alright. Now this is a little wacky, and it's just enough to throw us off. But that's okay, because it's literally only going to go for one bar. And you know what? Let's make one of these notes sharp to really nail home that this is supposed to be off-putting and that we want to go back to the comfy familiarity of the standard pop chord progression. Alright. So this is obviously the bridge. Introduction, chorus, bridge. And again, you have noticed so far, I have yet to lay down the drums. We're getting to that. We are going to lay down the drums soon enough. But really, we need structure first. Alright, let's get to the the verse portion of this. Remember what I said? We're literally just going to do 4 and 5. Or maybe we could do 5 and 4. Yeah, I'm feeling 5-4. Yes, 5-4. That, it seems right. Quantize this to the grid. We can't have subtlety and off timing. We can't have natural things happening in our pop music. What do you think this is? Jazz? When's the last time a jazz record topped Billboard charts? I believe, don't quote me on this, but I think it was the 1970s. So, we don't want any, we can't have originality. This is pop music. Alright, 5-4. And we'll color this, I don't know, plum. Fantastic. Here we go. Alright. Now, remember what I told you about the blocks. We got our blocks up here. We could have created our whole song in this block unit, but anytime we want to make a change, that's going to be absolute tediousness. So, let's just take our pencil tool, make ourselves some blocks. Alright, here we go. Block number 1 is yellow. We're gonna name this Introduction. Block number 1 is our intro. Block number 2 is, I believe, pink or some sort of plum. Oopsies. What happened here? Ah, I see. We were supposed to change this to block number 2. See this little triangle here? We have to click the little triangle to block number 2. Ah, now we can see that block number 2. Why does Melodyne keep popping up? Has a different color. And while we're at it, we might as well change this to block number 3 and block number 4. Alright, we'll color it plum. Verse. Plum colored verse. Alright, here we go. And orange. This is some sort of, I believe it's ochre. I'm not sure what the exact color is. Let's try to match it. Tangerine. Nope, that's not exactly it. We'll split the difference. We'll go with Tangerine. If this was Logic Pro, I'd be able to show you what was used previously. Okay, here we go. Intro, verse, chorus, verse. Whoop, oopsies. How did that get in there? Verse, chorus, verse. So, you know what? We'll just call this A, B, A, B, and now we have the bridge, which is going to throw off everybody. That is the C, the section of the song that changes things. But we can't have too much change for too long because we were going right back to the hook. And then, what shall we do for the coda? I don't think we need to do really anything. I think we'll just do the intro again with one single chord. I'll just call this coda. It's not much of a coda, but it's a coda nonetheless. We have a coda. Color it, I don't know, gray. Graphite gray. Alright. Less than 2 minutes, we have... The TikTokification of music strikes me once more. Alright. But other than this seems like a standard pop song, does it not? Introduction A, B, C, B. Verse, chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. Alright, cool. C major 4/4 time. The most standard paint by numbers pop song of all time. Okay. Let's get us some bass in here. I know you're probably thinking, what about the drums? I don't think we gotta worry about the drums because it's pop. I'm gonna call this bass. And you know what we're gonna do for the bass? We're just gonna copy all of this. This is the most easy way to do things when it comes to pop music. The bass is obviously the root note of the chord, so we just cut off the tops. All you gotta do, just delete the first two notes, because the bass obviously follows along. Alright, and then you're probably wondering, what about the timing? I'm glad you asked. All you gotta do is, let's see, we're in single bar, make it fourth bar. Control click and just have these. Notice these are a little low. Maybe drag it up an octave, perhaps. C3. Cool. And we do the same thing for the other basses. Uh-oh, Control Z. How did that happen? All right. Right now we're in verse bar A. All we gotta do is... Remember, don't rock the boat. You have to be boring. Why? Why does the music have to be boring? I know what you're thinking. Oh, that sounds stupid. That's stifling my creativity. I'll tell you why. Because you have to make room for the vocals. Alright, now let's get to the bridge. Because no one cares about your musical genius. They want to hear Katie Sheeran and Ed Perry talk about love and relationships. They didn't tune on the radio to listen to your progressive hip-hop techno beat. They came for heavy bass and relatable lyrics. Alright, here we go. So we take this, cut this in half, cut this in half, and double that. There we go. Alright. And then for the coda, maybe we'll just keep it long. Okay, cool. Now remember, we were in 4th grade. Please go back to single bar. It will make your life so much easier. Alright, we've got things in place. I realize that we need to color things a little bit differently, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. Let's just play verse through the bridge. Alright, notice that for the bass, I cut off anything below 40 hertz and above a single kilohertz. Remember, 1,000 hertz is a kilohertz, so I'm getting really aggressive with this bass. We're down to like 750 hertz. Why? Because honestly, this bass doesn't really matter. The drums matter. That's why I cut off anything below 40 hertz, because we're going to need those extra 10 hertz for the drums. Alright. We can turn off this metronome now. Do you know why? Because we're going to put 4-to-the-floor drums on this. The drums are the metronome. Big shocker, right? Redrum. We're going to do redrum. Redrum. Here we go. Let's find ourselves a pop. House kit. I believe house kit number 10 has the sounds I'm looking for. Drums. Ah, yes, the sound we all came for. All right, here we go. Got our pattern sequencer. Here we go. The world's most boring drum pattern of all time. You love to hear it. Fantastic. All right, cool. Click in this little green area, and we're going to copy pattern to track. All right. Now we have our drum pattern. Drums. And then, of course, we're going to go up to the window, F8, extract note to lanes. Explode. We're going to rename all these. This is obviously the kick drum. This is obviously the clap or snare. And this is obviously the hi-hat. All right. And let's see. So this is for the chorus. I believe for the verse, we should probably maybe time stretch it. Go back to the F8 tool window. Scale tempo, half. All right. Color this purple. All right. And you know what? Let's just have the hi-hat for the bridge. And then we go back to this. Fantastic. All right. The most paint by numbers song you will ever hear. Might go good with a corporate training video. If anybody ever worked a corporate job, you notice that the music is just the most boring of all time, and you hate it, and it makes you want to fall asleep. Yeah, it's kind of like that. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. Drums were playing. We forgot. What did we forget to do? We forgot to deselect pattern enable on our drum machine. Cool. Here we go. Here's what we got so far. That hi-hat is a bit annoying. Cool. And you notice how I doubled the length of the end chorus, and we just had to let that reverb ring out. Most pop songs will double the chorus on the last chorus. All right. Somebody call Sam Smith. I've got his next hit for him. If anybody's got a famous pop singer on speed dial, we'll get it crack-a-lackin', as they say. I would love to put some other melody on here, but spoiler alert, as much as I want to put another instrument on here, your voice is an instrument. So, we shall wait and see. We'll find a pop singer. We'll have them say, yeah, yeah, la la, na na, doo doo doo. My girlfriend left me. My boyfriend cheated on me. Throw a dart at the wall. We'll find them. And we'll get them on this track. Let's play this again. And after that, I want you all to go forth and make music. Class dismissed. Class dismissed. See you all next week.